さて、前回の続きからやっていくかな。あ、押しちゃった。前回はまあチュートリアル的なね、事件かと思いきや、ただの色恋沙汰だったって話なんですけど、今日から本格的に始まるかな。フェンウィック邸に行けって話だったよな。飛ぶか。
Not much further now.
どこ？これ？
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
なぜ捜査しない？
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony, then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
君部屋の特徴、君部屋は失踪した日時。部屋、まあ部屋は後回しでいいだ。
Tell me about Kimahia.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen. And as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
逃げた理由。彼は以前にも逃げた。理由。
Is there any reason Kimahia may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
まあ以前にも逃げた。
I take it this is the first time Kimahia has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
半分奴隷みたいなもん。君部屋は何か盗んだ。
Did Kimahia make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No, no. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint. Why are you still here?
用人の人。逃げたのか。拉致でもされたのか。走るのこうやって。 調べられるものは、カメラが非常にクイックに動くのが、なんかあれっすよね。酔いそう。ない。なんか、クリックリって動く。調べられるものがないです。鍵のない石像。なんだ。まずいた後。
Looks like a knee print.
隠れている。これ足跡か。
Chewing tobacco.
紙タバコ。
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes, to read the ground like an open book.
想像によって過去を再現できる。R1 を押せば想像地点を起動できる。50点に触れると、想像開始し、一つの生活に始まる。なんだこれは。手がかりがまだ1個しかないから、ダメだな。まあちょっと一回当たりをしない。
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
上がった鍵。なんだこれ。
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
原稿間。これがまあ、踏み木屋の小屋。
A scrap of Hessian.
ヘシアンとは。
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
出てないな。なんか顔の形してない。
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
こ うん。動かせる範囲が必要ですね。なんだ、他に調べられる。これなんだ。
A small navy spyglass.
これを見てはい、あるなし。楽器っぽいんだ。
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called. Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
ヘシアンだけど、どういうこと？剣とか、安物なんか。
Is this a Taniwha, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
マオリ神話。
Either way, it's giving me chills.
No air coming through it. No air coming through it.
お値段。
Button chops. The remains of a meal.
人骨とかではなく。
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
うん。オピオイド。麻薬。
The ashes are long since cold.
麻薬を燃やして、まあ、空気排気口を増や、あれだってことは、まあ、中に充満させたかったんです。何か調べられそうだ。あ、なんかいっぱい。前とか次とかっていうのがあるのかな。ここにあるやつはまあ、どういうこと？もう一箇所ぐらいありそうだけど。別にそれ以外のボタンは効かない。奥にもう一個あるか。これか。さっきの麻薬みたいなやつ食ってんのか。 あとできることといえば、この辺に別に調べられるものない。
I will not be long, Captain.
待って、まだちょっと。はい、あるものを整理する。この画面の意味がよくわかんないんだよ。関連ありそうなもの同士を選べて。想像で何か、わかるよ。ないかな。じゃあまだこれ、推理で想像してる段階だから、それが正しいとは限らない。
The rag reeked.
まあ、一回消化掲示してみるか。間違ってたらそれなりの反応してくれるやろ。
I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
うん。ああ、もともと洋服じゃなくて、麻袋みたいなやつで作ったやつだ。
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it. Where on earth are you going with this?
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden. I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest. But I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
じゃあ、君ヒアの足跡はい。
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimahir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco. If you find my man, I have a marvelous whiskey with your name on it.
で、何か進展したか。意味あんのかな。
This dreary rain is making a miserable day even worse.
これ前回の事件のこと引きずってんのなんだ。ミニアの痕跡はどこにつく？まあ、手がかりが足りないかな。 データっぽいな。うん。人気屋じゃないんだろうな、ここにいた人物は。紙タバコ。まだそれが誰か特定できてないから、パペット人形みたいな。水平の
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh.
誰かが組み屋を引きずっている。どこに現れた？ないな。あっちか。ああ。排煙口に何か詰め込んどる。から入れたんか。詰め込んどんか。どういう状況？左手に布持ってる。麻薬をこっから入れて、さらに布で詰めた。
Are you stupid, Mr. Holmes? Stop loitering.
電子ね。君ヒアの痕跡がどこに続いてるかっていう証拠を発見する必要がある。
Go and do your job.
まだ調べてないところがあるのか。車輪の跡っていうのを見つけてから、これが何の意味があるのかがまだ分かってない。
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
まあ、この当時の使用人が全員そういう扱いだったってわけではなくて、デンウィックさんが特にそうだったっていうかな。ばかりは。
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly? No air coming through it.
どういうことや。
Are you stupid, Mr. Holmes? Stop loitering and go and do your job.
庭の外に出る必要あり。
Are you able to help me?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
ゲーム的になさそうではあるんだよ。なかなかなんか見つけてないもんがありそうなんだよね。望遠鏡で様子を伺ってるような感じ。
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
何バーンズさんないでしょ。なんも起こらんべな。
Do you think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape?
同伴者。まあ、誰かもう一人人物がいたっていうのは、確実っぽいが。はい。手がかりがありそうなのはここっぽいんだけど。わからん。調べられる。他にないか。どこ？想像でなんとかする。なんとかできる？これを見ると削られとんや。その想像が合ってるかどうかです。同伴者って感じではなくそうだ。マジでどこだ？
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
外に何かあったりする。 でも行けなかったよな、そっち。中で解決しそうなもんだ。
Are you stupid, Mr. Holmes? Stop loitering and go and do your
あ、ア
job.
コさんいらっしゃい。おはよう。本日も一日よろしくお願いします。あと。どこをどう調べればいいのかわかんなくなった。手がかりがない。あ、これさっきまであった。カビが生えて、壊れて、しばらく壊れている。壊れた古い荷車があったが、最近使われたとは考えにくい。増えた。海部屋の小屋の近くにいたような。
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
4つ目の想像ポイント。何が載ってる？ではなさ。海部屋が何かを挟んで、それでもなさ。まあ、こうだろうな。永遠の荷車には常に雨よけの布がかけられている。おいで。これ証拠を固定したことで調べられる箇所が増えたのかな？それとも俺が気づいてなかっただけか？まあ、あと一個、想像ポイントがありそうなのは、話進展しないかな。
Are you stupid, Mr. Holmes? Stop loitering and go and... Good job.
目に雨よけの布がかけられている。なの。
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
これマークがついてるのもしかして意味あんのかな。
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
ありそう。そういうことか。終わった錠前の左に曲がってる方が残ってる。右の方がなくなってる。なんか持ってったと。創造ポイントが1個増えてた。じゃない。これ。これか？こうだろうと思うんだが。
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total
まあ、合って
sense.
たっぽい。じゃあ、誘拐されたのはされたんだ。犯人は誰かっていう。夜逃げじゃなかったです。
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
君ヒアは酩酊していた。何もかか君ヒアを監視していた。
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
なら自分でやれ。なんだこの選択肢。黙ってるのもなんか尺やけどな。今何と言った？
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him. And you, sir, are a brute. The cruelty of your ignorance about the Maori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
お前もな。この人がどうかしたってわけではないのか。あとは真剣に使用人がどこに行ったのかを探しているのは探している。どうもこの画鋲のマークがついてるやつ固定しておいた方が良さそうや。ちょっとずつシステムが理解できる。さっきまでここ馬車がいて通れなかったよね。せっかく鍵開けてもらったけど意味なかった。子供が遊んだ後。っていう。鍵が開いて。扉が開いたけど、特に調べられそうなものがないんですよね。どういう。
stupid, Mr. Holmes. Stop loitering and go and do your job.
さっきの落書きなんか意味あるんかな。何もないかな。はいはい。この画面、いまいち何をどう操作していいのかよくわかんない。選択できるものがなくなった。鍵開けてもらってよ。誰かおるけど。これからどうしたか。目撃者とかがいる可能性。この辺の人に話してくれる。今、何調べたの？ここに調べる箇所あったっけ、最初から。
Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahir's cart, I gather. Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man? A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done.
Oh.
Sturdy rope. professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair.
船乗り。現場の操作が完了。
A large pile of horse droppings. Many cigarette butts. Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
ここで繋がる？誘拐犯は船乗りだ。特別な縄の結び方に残された作業用ブーツの足跡。すべての手がかりから見て、右部屋の誘拐犯は船乗り。ですって。君部屋の痕跡はロンドン港に続いている。君部屋を誘拐した犯人は船乗りに間違いない。財布には硝石が付着しているが、ロンドン港で硝石の爆発事故が起きたばかりだ。すべての手がかりから判断して、君部屋の居場所を探すにはロンドン港へ行く必要がある。無駄にしている時間はない。やっとバスをロンドン港へ。そうな。
The strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident, Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
Are you stupid, Mr. Holmes? Stop loitering and go and do your job.
乗せてくれたりする。ロケーションを離れますか？離れると戻ることできません。まあいいだろう。
Where to go? The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
急速な凋落。チャプター2。別の。ただの使用人の失踪事件ってわけじゃなくて、何かに繋がってんのかこれ。
What a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
I do not take you for the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps. Before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor. After that...
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued?
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
To whom I'm grateful. Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimahir?
ホルズビーだ。
May I ask you something?
I think I can help you.
ホルズビーはいつも造船所の職員。
May I ask you something?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Neko. 猫がいる。
Oh, hardly a reputable establishment.
I've seen worse.
マサチューセッツ州オークモントへのチケット販売中。ファラオは来週の火曜日に第2不当からし、海中空調や問題解決など任せてください。支払いは現金のみ。失踪者の張り紙。ギルベシュが1週間も行方不明です。見かけたら港の貧民街のダイヤにして知らせてください。入り口に赤い布がかけてある。失踪したのは、ヤヒムだ。ヤヒヤだ。ヤキムだっけ。名前忘れた。あいつだけじゃない。相次いでるっぽいな、誘拐が。ヤヒコ。じゃあ、それで。
Greetings, miss. I'm hoping you can help us.
We shall soon see.
事件に。
I heard tell of a recent explosion in the port. What do you know of it?
Ah, yes. Something exploded in a ship's cargo hold. Caused a terrible blaze. The sky was red with smoke till morning.
Where precisely did it occur?
The ship sank near the third pier, next to the dockyard.
Oh, 荒れた。わずかにここに。いる？オートによるの。ああ、妊娠ってことね。まあこれ、すげえまじまじと見てるようですけど、多分、0.5 秒ぐらいの間に、ホームズが全て判断していると解釈する。すごい。動きが強い。酒場の主人のわずかに膨張した腹と嘔吐の形跡は妊娠の初期段階であることを示している。だが唇は荒れて顔は蒼白であり、適切な栄養摂取が必要。すでに服の締め付けが強くなっているが、それは主人が妊娠に気づいておらず、普段の服を着続けているからである。膨張した服をズボンで隠そうとしていますね、服の気づいていないというよりはなんか隠そうとしているっていう方が、ドラマがありそうよね。メタ読み。
My colleague and I are seeking a burly man, above average height, with workman's boots.
Half my customers, then. Your description hardly narrows things down.
妊娠しているな。綺麗なやつや。
Your clothes are already tight, and soon they won't fit at all. How far along are you?
まあまあ気持ち悪いこと言うな、この人。
How did you know? Are you a doctor?
In a manner of speaking.
He's not. He merely has the ego of one. I apologize, miss. Mr. Holmes is fond of his observations, but I am the doctor here, not him. Do you need any help?
I'm fine, thank you. I would rather not discuss my condition, nor let word of it spread. Have you been drinking?
What do you know about this poster?
A foreign woman asked to put it up. She's plastered them all over the pool.
Any clues as to her whereabouts?
None. It was hard to understand what she was saying.
外国人か。
Are you familiar with a Roy Soulsby?
Roy Soulsby? I know the name, but he's not one of my regulars. My guess is that he works somewhere around here.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Can I ask you a question?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
It's a shame I can't answer your question.
何にも知らねえな。勝者の判断。こっちも意味ある。まあなんかでも民衆マークみたいなのがついてるから、まだこれ継続でやってそう。歌。なんか人いない？寝てんの？死んでんのかと思った。造船所ってことかな。
May I ask you something?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
全然知ってる人いないよ。
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Could you help me?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
まあなんか、船とか港とか海とか出てきたら、ちょっとだけクトゥルフ感感じる。
May I ask for your assistance?
Of course I
お、
know.
知ってる。
To cut a long story short.
ソルズビー氏は第三埠頭で昨日爆発事故を起こした船を見に行った可能性が。おい。第三埠頭とやらは 呪われた人魚っていうのは、もしかして店の名前？
May I ask you something?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't know anything.
だとしたらネーミングセンスすげえ。まで行きたいと思える店では。
May I ask for your assistance?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
何を掘ってんだ。第3フロア。とりあえずそこに行けば良さそうだけど、どこだろうね。
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
ここに魚がこれ。
Could you help me?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
まあでも民衆マーク消えてるな。多分もう、見込みではないんだろうな。
Do you know anything about this?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
見てるマークの意味を理解すれば、割とスムーズに進められそう感は分かったけど。脳爆発実装、倉庫街。どうっていうぐらいなんだから、水なんだ。どこが第3なのかわからん。さっき通ったか。あ、ワンタンフォー来た。第1も第2もなかった。
Not in the mood, mate. Shoo!
Pardon me, sir. I am looking for Roy.
Oh, not again. Yes, I'm Roy. But I can't help you find your uncle or whoever you've lost.
Now, what makes you think I would inquire about missing people?
You are the 4th person to ask this week. Just because I work at the port doesn't mean I keep track of everyone who comes here.
May I ask what you're doing here?
This is where the ship sank the other day. I'm trying to work out how we'll remove it.
まあ理由としては妥当。
You say we are not the first to ask you about a disappearance. Do you recall anything about those who came inquiring?
I only remember the foreign woman. I didn't catch her name, but those are her posters hanging up everywhere. She has badgered me twice now, and I still don't know nothing.
And this woman can be found?
No clue. She was talking gibberish.
Now, where was I?
観察しよう。 身長約165センチ。中肉中背。犯行による印象が。ボルサム懐中時。筋肉の鋳造具。筋肉の張力がない。異常ではない。身長約165センチの中肉中背の英国人で、屈強でも大柄でもない。クロスビー氏がヤヒコの愉快犯であると考える。左の手のひらはハンコによる汚れが付着しており、英国債入籍という文字が見える。クロスビー氏は税関職員だ。ポケットに入った真新しいウォルサの懐中時計は高級品であり、汚職で得た金で購入したのだ。汚職役人なのか、泥棒なのか。判断材料ある？どっちにしても悪人。まあなんか泥棒の方が小物感あるよな。泥棒にしよう。
Sorry, doesn't ring a bell. Can't help you there, mate. Can't help you there, mate. Sorry, doesn't ring a bell. Can't help you there, mate.
Have you seen this before?
My card? Where did you dig that up?
At a crime scene near Baker Street involving a young servant's kidnapping, I might add.
No. Someone used it without my consent. How else would it end up there? That boat explosion stopped most traffic coming into the port. Guess I'll be without work for a while.
手がかりが途切れた。出動者の針がある。まあ、今度はその、振り込みをしてたっていう外国人女性か。
Wonder why people are going missing. Puts a man on edge, you know.
張り紙を書いたダヤは、港の貧民街に住んでおり、家の入り口に明かりが近くに。赤い布。あれか。わかりやすい。怪しい。
Hello, lad. Is this where I may find Dea?
You read the poster? Yes? You know where my brother Girves is?
Sadly, no. Well, not yet.
君の兄さんを最後に、急にその質問いろいろ飛んでないか。まあ、お兄さんがいなくなって、ダヤはそれを探してたっていうのはわかるけど。
I want to speak to Dea. Is she around?
Amma, my mother. She got sick after the fire. Big red smoke. She couldn't breathe, so I took her to the doctor. Now I am in charge.
Where did you last see Girves?
He worked at a, warehouse. This man, Roy Selby gave him the job. He paid him a necklace.
ソルビーの
How would you describe this Soulsby?
He was
あれ
big and strong. He had a big scary eye.
Scary, you say?
Yes, like it was made of metal.
おかしいよな。さっきの人がロイ・ソルズビーだったとしたら、そんなでかくて屈強で目が金属ではなかったよね。嘘をついてる。
Do you still have the necklace that Soulsby gave to Girves?
Girves left it near the shrine. I tried to sell it to buy medicine, but no one wanted to buy.
Don't go anywhere.
パール人の少年。今朝おる。これが兄さんか。
I miss Girves. Do you think he's okay?
あ、このマーク見たぞ。
This cheap pendant looks like silver, but it's only made of tin. No surprise the boy couldn't sell it.
アンモナイト。落書きのマークだね。アンモナイトだ。さっきのロイ・ソルズビーが偽物の可能性が出てきた。
What are you gawping at?
I have been told that you hired Dea's son, Girves, right before he vanished. His brother also said you had a metal eye. What do you make of this?
Tell that him to stop making things up. I could do with a pint of the cursed mermaid. With the thought of walking in this fog.
やっぱ、マジで偽の名前と呪われた人間。書いてある。書いてある。カースのマーメイド。
Have you ever heard of a man with a metallic eye?
I've seen him even. Dirty Summers is the name. A nasty lout, with a silver ball in place of a missing eye.
ん？そんな
I shudder to ask, but where does one find a Dirty Summers?
He likely signed on with a ship. I am not one to spy on others, let alone him.
I see.
My advice, keep away from him.
ロイ・ソルズビーと名乗る 境で金属の目を持った男性が中絶するようになったことだ。屈強で金属の目の方は、ロイ・ソルズビーじゃなくてソマーズってこと？その人がロイ・ソルズビーを名乗ったの？わかんなくなってきた。
What can I get you?
?場所はわからない。手がかりが消えたな。まあ、それはそうなんだろうけど。トマーズがなんでロイ・ソルズビーを名乗ったのか。いや、まだ。
What are you gawping at?
追い詰める。赤いんだけど。
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
これ、ミスったらやばいんかな？大丈夫かな
？A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot be serious.
Give me one moment. Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes...
A A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
会話が進んでるってことは合ってんのか
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot be serious. This proves nothing. Sorry, you lost me there.
間違ってる。
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
ってことはまだ証拠が足んないってことなのかな
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deed.
ここは合ってそう。
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot.
どれなんだっけ
It's true. And that's before mentioning your gold watch. It's brand new and awfully expensive for a customs officer. Clearly you have found yourself another source of income. I'm sure Scotland Yard will be delighted to investigate further.
All right, stop. Look, it's not as it seems. I did not partake in the kidnappings.
I'm all ears, Mr. Soulsby.
Yes, I know Summers. He paid me to turn a blind eye to his business in the warehouse area. Just that. On my word.
You did not tell me which warehouse he used?
I do not recall, but I used red paint to mark unsupervised warehouses. Ought to be one of them.
What else can you say of Summers?
He is a regular at the Cursed Mermaid. Goes there with his crew almost every evening.
What for?
I don't know. I assumed just for a drink.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir. I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses to wash.
Why do I have the feeling
赤
that
い
you
フラッ
know
シュ
more
は間違
about
ってん
Dirty
だ。
Summers than you're
白い
letting
フラッ
on?
シュだと合ってる。
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses to wash.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers than you're letting
なんかまだこれ証拠足んなそうな気が。
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers? Enough. I have hard evidence that Summers was involved in recent kidnappings across London.
I'm not surprised. So what? You sure you ain't been drinking? Are you finished? I have glasses to wash.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers?
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty?
選ぶか。 リトライするたびに場所が変わってて、わかんない。
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glass.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about dirty summers than you're letting
で
on?
も3つ正しい選択肢を選ぶには、証拠足んないよな。
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glass.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about dirty summers?
毎回場所変わんのやめてくれや、マジで。どれ選んだか忘れるんですけど。
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about dirty summers?
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have
俺
glasses.
さっき白いのどれだっけ
Why
な。
do I have the feeling that you know more about...
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about dirty...
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about dirty summers?
ていうか選択肢自体も変わってない？
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about dirty summers?
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about dirty summers?
変わってるな。
I failed to follow. Are you finished?
なんか
I
まだ
have
無理
glasses.
なんか。
We must go. Oh, no. No chance of a pint, then.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about dirty summers than your... Enough. I have hard evidence that Summers was involved in recent kidnappings across London.
I'm not surprised. So what?
そもそも間違えたらリセットされるの？この主人の代わりに。
A customs officer, Roy Soulsby, testified that
順番
Summers
も
was
関係あるんだな。
regular here. You must know something about his business.
All I know is his drinks order.
そこまで来たらこれじゃない？
If the lives of the missing do not concern you, then I would urge you to think about your unborn child.
Are you threatening me?
どうだろうな。
Many people are missing, and the main suspect based himself in your establishment. One word to Scotland Yard and your life takes a turn for the worse. Now, spare yourself the trouble and tell me all you know.
Okay. Summers hired my private room. I think he used it to recruit people, but I haven't seen him in a few days. He paid me cash, so I paid him no attention. Nor did I touch anything inside. Here's the key, go and do what you will. Just leave me out of it.
どこ？いや。なんて書いてある？ロングメン、ニーデッドフォームービー。どういう意味？アメリカ語わからん。
5 shillings. That won't go far.
Parker and William株式会社。50箱。お布っていうかな。読み方わからんけど。船の帆に使うっていうのかな。オフ。
Strange symbols. I don't recognize them.
相変わらずまずそうな飯やな。雇用通知。仕事の内容は倉庫外での木箱の輸送。ソマーズは仲間のとする男たちを雇い入れた。
The hairs on the back of my neck stood up.
クトゥルフものにありがち。奇妙な絵画。
What did you see of Summer's work here? He was recruiting people?
It was like the whole world came through my door. People of all creeds and colours, but always strong, always tall. They seem like workers or journeymen. Beyond that, there's not much more to tell. I took his money and let him be.
And this lasted how long?
Several weeks, I wager.
雇い入れ？誘拐してきてたんでしょ、でも。
After the incident the other day, it seems customers are staying at home. 木箱の輸送作業と称し、男たちを倉庫に雇い入れている。誘拐された人々はまだ倉庫に囚われている可能性が。
Wrong warehouse. Nothing to see here.
赤い布ってたのはでけえヤマメみたいな。ないがな。7。10。赤い塗料布じゃなかった。
Unlikely that this warehouse has the goods.
これじゃねえの。なんでホームズ氏は調べもせずにそう調べる必要はない。印がついた倉庫が2つ。
Wrong warehouse. Nothing to see here. Unlikely that this warehouse has the goods.
2と8。これだ、絶対そう。 213。なんか、2、3、4、5、5段階ある。あは、そういうことか。つまり、3、5、5下げ。あ、違う。真ん中がずれてる。
Really, Holmes, this ought to be beneath you.
As my brother would say, it is for the greater good. The layers of rust will prevent any movement.
比べるとこいっぱいある。
Good quality, but torn in many spots. Mold. That's why you don't leave sailcloth lying out.
バールのよう
There
な
are a couple of marks on this end. The scratches are fresh, left by something metallic.
あんな鍵だったら簡単に開くな、確かに。まあでもあれ、内部が見えてるからわかるけど、見えてちゃいかんよな。見えるんだったら今の時代の鍵でも開くよな。
This crank saw some use. It's stuck. No one's used it in a very long time. Fit for a crank. Well oiled and well maintained.
なんかあったけど。何かあんの？おお。
Passage, just as I expected.
ワクワクするじゃねえか。ロケーションを離れますか。 仕方ない、離れよう。
Wait here, Watson, and keep an eye on the doors. I'll scout the premises.
Will do. Be careful down there.
普通に犯人いる可能性あるよ。
Wait, what's happening?
どうした？ええー。
What is this place? Where am I?
すげえ唐突なんですけど。
Strangely cold. Something is missing. This cannot have been under the port of London all along. Is it an illusion?
さすがにこんな場所はないらしい。書いてある。The only way forward is the abyss.
Only way forward is the abyss.
幻覚見え出したね。
Only way forward is the abyss.
進むべき道は深淵の開かない。
Phew, I didn't die. It is icy cold and pulsating.
うん。まあ今のが正解だったんだろうな。深淵に向かって。かまた落ちた。戻ってきた。
My heart, be calm.
出した。あ、いた。すりがジャラじゃない。すりって。ありがジャラじゃない。しまった。まさかの次元式だった。あれ？違う。ある。やるなくカティッシュ。ああ。ダッシュしちゃいけないってことかな。だんだん閉まってるか。似合うか。入れないんですけど。入れないんですけど。いや、絶対入りたいやろ、今の。 個ずつなんか落ちてきてるよね、上。さっきのやつ絶対間に合ってたぞ。お前のさじ加減やないか。
It's harder to breathe here.
おう。
It's like it stares right through me.
なんだこれ。灯台みたいな形してるけど。今これが降りてきてた？
It's like it stares right through me.
どうやったら降りたの？ん？こっちへ進んだら降りてきるな。戻ったらもう、戻る。さすがにダッシュがうんぬんじゃない。どういうことだ？
What is that?
どこ行く？食べられてみるか。死ぬわけじゃなかった。さっきの場所の上に来たかった。ただの戦争装置が不快になる。うん。クルフに見えなくもない。繋がった？完全に繋がった。ドアは開いてる。
It's like it stares right through me.
謎謎解き要素や。どうやって開ければいいのか。 人みたいなもん。人みたいなもんね。おお。え。ああ、そういうことか。瞳を閉じているってことは、今度は見ちゃダメってことやな。
Head is already spinning. When will this end? There are 2 recesses.
あすのは2箇所ある。
On my head. What just happened?
元の位置に戻ってきた。当然ここは開いてない。まあ、順番に行くか。一本道はないね。うぐな、パ、フ、イェイ。うぐな。どういうことだ？約27センチ、明らかな輪郭。うぐな、フ、パフ、イェイ。どういうことか。どういうことだ？
It's rather frustrating.
でも、手がかりがあったのは今のドアだけか。これだよね。ブグナフファフイエイ。どういうことや？今までのはずっと分かったけど、これ分かんない。なんだ？アコさん分かった？もちろん分かりません。今の扉が正解で何かしらないといけないのはいけなさそうなんだが、戻ってみる。 ことだ。扉が一瞬開いてしまうよ。開いてる。なんで？なぜかわからないけど通れた。
Oh, that is truly revolting. Frozen and pulsing almost like it has a heart.
なぜ通れた？
One down, one to go.
閉じないね。どういうことやろ。うんぐるい、むぐるーな。でも逆向いてんだよな。
The stench. A strange stone. It almost feels alive.
魚とタコ。
Did I get out? John?
What is it, Holmes?
まさかのワトソンパート。行くの？ホームズさんが行ったところと違うところに出てる。
Watson? Holmes, where are you? Holmes, are you all right?
Fine. Watson, I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Fine? By Jove, you should have heard the way you called out my name.
It was just a game of shadows.
I'm glad. This place gives me the chills. What are we dealing with?
Something that's finally interesting.
今のワトソン操作パートは用だったのか。何これ。も。全くもって読めん。アメリカ語だったとしても読めん。
It seems made for simple experiments. I wager they could not afford a better set. This box contained a narcotic substance, much like the one in Kimihia's brazier. This box... Black Edelweiss Institute established 17-something.
Edelweiss.
At least 24 pendants, all identical and made of tin. An American passport. Amos Colby.
Yeah.
Someone got their hands dirty painting this with blood.
予見。アモス。ホルズ。髪の色赤。この色茶。予見の裏にタコのような海の怪物の絵が血で描かれている。広告の張り紙。ノースウッド探偵社、慎重な捜査ならお任せ。
Old bloodstains. I've never seen a pattern like this before.
どう見てもクトゥルフやな。
Did you hear that, Watson?
I hear you.
ホームズにしか聞こえてない。
Someone used mud to draw a cross in a rectangle. Why? Fine rope work, cut by a finer blade. These clothes were crudely cut off someone. An American, judging by the style.
またこれか。構造パート。
His abdomen is severely bloated. Cyanosis of the lips, marks on the neck. This man was strangled.
Kianak, Flegethor, Lebumna, Siaha, Inguft.
盗撮してる。死は何だ？縄が切られてるってことは助けられた？助けようとしてんのかこの人は。でもこっちでは首を絞められて死んでる。
Oh, potent. This sensor has more narcotic residues. What on earth? It looks like the scribbling of madmen.
いつか家を建てることがあれば、地下にこういう場所を作りたいものですね。止めはしないわ。でも友達は呼ばない方がいいと思うよ。
Deep scratches left in a frenzy.
まあ、釘の中の爪痕っていうのはありがちやな。
A small bloodstain, but not serious. The strength it would take to carry this crate, let alone break it.
呼んだ友達は二度と家から出ない。アコさんにディナー招待されても断ろう。こじ開けてる感。いや、違うじゃ。押し込んでる方が正解か。
Miserable food, mass-produced. These clothes are missing buttons. They were forcefully removed.
裸にひんむかれて。
Dumpra, a staple of lecturemen's attire in Nepal, gathered from dozens of people at the very least.
またこの絵。
I must have seen this one before. That explains my hallucinations.
よくわからんけど、一回やってみるか。
Many people were brought to this place. Their abductors stripped off their clothes and discarded them in a pile. The prisoners were kept in a soporific trance by the use of narcotics. A few tried to resist, but alas, in vain. After a few days, everyone was stuffed in a crate and sent elsewhere. Only one captive was left behind. He was strangled to death on this altar.
合ってたのかな。話が進んだってことは合ってんのか。
What the hell is happening, Holmes?
Calm yourself.
Cannot be. What is it?
うなぎ。
Oh my God. Please tell me we found all we needed to, Holmes.
I think we found a bit more than that.
Yet we have no clue as to where those people have been taken.
And that's where you're wrong, Watson. We have more than enough. I just need to connect the dots. How about you pack your suitcase in the meantime, my dear fellow? Just in case.
さっきまでは何だったの？画面が飛ぶやん。
It's hard to know how much to pack. I might bring a spare notebook just in case.
穴からだけかな。
Before I leave, I should know where I'm going.
Please tell me we're going somewhere warm, or at the very least dry. I'll ask Mrs. Hudson to watch the place while we're gone. I wish you hadn't eaten my supper, Holmes. What a day! I wish you hadn't eaten my supper, Holmes. What a day!
これの選び方もなんとなく分かってきた。ヒント的なのはある。わかんない。まあ、こうやって選択肢を消していけば、いるあたり あ、モス・コルビーの遺体。階段の遺体はボストンのノースウッド探偵社の私立探偵のものだ。コルビー氏は失踪事件の捜査中に犯人に殺害された可能性がある。ホームズも危ないやん。なんか、男の腹からうなぎが出てきたことを考えると、赤羽の主人の妊娠もあれ本当に妊娠だったのか怪しくなってた。スイスのブラックエーデルワイス精神病院。誘拐犯の足取り。誘拐の被害者たちが連行されたのは1700年代にスイスに建てられたブラックエーデルワイス精神病院。事件の重要な情報は記録保管庫で手に入る場合がある。保管庫。
I wish you hadn't eaten my supper, Holmes. What a day. I wish you hadn't eaten my
Before
supper,
I leave,
Holmes.
you should know where I'm going.
本の印がついた証拠。これだよな。保管庫。それってなんか選択肢によって展開変わったりとかあんのかな。なんかこうしても反応しません。
I wish you hadn't eaten my supper, Holmes. What a day.
これじゃない。そんなことないよな。本のマーク。確かに。あ、ここで押せってこと？なんだ、そういうこと。事件に関連した文章を見つけ出し。スイスのエーデルワイス病院。1700年代。医療。あえて一回違うの選びたい。けど、なんかおっしゃった。スイスのインターラー県にあるブラックエーデルワイス精神病院。1789年にケラー教授が設立した病院で、現院長はガイ・ギャックス教授。
Dr. Watson, how does a trip to Switzerland sound to you?
It sounds unexpected. What makes you think we should head there?
It's all about the box with narcotics and Mr. Colby's clue, the cross inside a rectangle. Put two and two together, add a dash of research, and what do you get? The Black Edelweiss Institute in Interlaken, Switzerland. If we hurry, we can still catch tonight's train. As grateful as I have been for your company, Dr. Watson, I'm afraid you shall have to investigate Edelweiss.
Hello? Mr. Holmes, I fear you overestimate my abilities.
Nonsense. You are a military man, a bastion of British
무차 이유다.
I'm no such thing. As a doctor, I avoided most combat, save for one dreadful day. My troop was ambushed in a village with innocents caught in the crossfire. Too many to help.
The man with the rosary. He was one of them?
A translator, yes. We were trapped. 6 soldiers and myself. I thought it was the end. But Lieutenant Paget refused to go quietly. The men prepared for a final stand. I rose to follow, but Paget shook his head. He told me to run. That I had other men to save. They charged, and I fled through the rear. So you see, Mr. Holmes, I am a coward.
The logic seems inescapable.
Yes.
You, a surgeon by trade, would have been perfectly useless in that conflict.
What? No.
And how many men have you helped since? Ailments eased, troubles tended?
No more than a handful. Truth be told, I've become somewhat of a recluse.
How many people could you help with 30 years ahead of you? Dozens? Hundreds? Paget was correct. You can cease your self-recrimination.
Holmes, I don't know what to say.
I would start with, I am Dr. John Watson, may I look around?
最初の失踪事件から流るんだ。
The Edelweiss staff will doubtless be eager to show off their facilities to a fellow physician. I have already taken the liberty of sending a letter on your behalf to request a visit.
And what of you?
I shall be pursuing other avenues. Should you see anything troublesome or improper, simply notify the local authorities. Otherwise, try a little analysis yourself. You know my methods. Apply them.
Nania? Monos. やばそうな場所やな。お。おる。病院としてはまだ一応稼働はしてる。なんかあれやな。もっとグラデーション効かしてくんのかと思ったけど、急に来たな、クトゥルフ要素。割となんか、精神的にじわじわ来る方ではなくて、なんて言うんだろうな。がっつり物理的にホラー。ちょっとキリがいいし、一旦ここまでにしとこうかな。お腹すいた。お腹からうなぎ出てくるの見てたらお腹空いてきたからご飯だ。ではまあ、 旦ここまでにしときます。ご視聴、コメント、ありがとうございました。お尻からもうなぎ出てくる。お尻から入る。お疲れ様でした。